ice, my tone, my cologne, and the way I roll. You ain't no king.
It's legit, you know it's a hit when the Neptunes and the doggy dog finna spit. You know he's in tune with the season. Come in, baby, tell me why you leaving.
What's up, guys? Today I got my FIFA 14 predictions for Milan. So first in goal we got Abbiati. I did put him up to a shiny 80. He was a non-shiny 80 in FIFA 13, and he's played 28 games and got 11 clean sheets, which isn't exactly amazing, but it's not bad at the same time. And I do think he deserves that shiny card. He is getting on a bit. I think he's 36, so he's getting on a bit, but he's still I still think he deserves that shiny card. Next, we're gonna have Constant. He's had a pretty average season, to be honest. He's kind of, sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's not as good. He has played 20 games, scored 0 goals and 1 assist, but that doesn't really reflect how he plays. So I did give him a bit of an upgrade to a 79 overall card, and he just looked like a pretty overpowered card. Next, we're going to have Mexes. He has played 25 games, scored 1 goal and 2 assists, which is pretty decent. And I did give him an upgrade to an 82 from an 81, because I definitely think he deserves that, because he's, in my opinion, he's a world-class defender and definitely deserves that 82 rating. Next, we're going to have someone who I did upgrade quite a bit, Zapata. He might have got to a 79. He was a 74 silver before with 60 pace, but if you go on career, I think he's got 77 or 78 pace. So I did give him that 79 pace, and I did give him a 78 rated shiny card. He's played 22 games, scored 0 goals and 1 assist, but that doesn't really reflect how he plays, because he's still kind of young. I wouldn't really call him young. 1986, so it's not exactly young, but he plays in this he plays in the main team most of the time instead of Benera and some other players. So I definitely think he deserves that upgrade, because he's been really good this season. Next, we're gonna have Abate, who he's been good this season, but not as good as other seasons, to be honest. I think he's played better for, in my opinion, he's played better for Italy than he has for Milan. But he has played 25 games, scored 0 goals and 2 assists, which isn't too good, to be honest, but I did maintain his 81 rating. Next, we're going to have El Shaarawy, who has been really great this season. He's played 30... oh, by the way, guys, when I say they played that game, how many games they played, I mean how many games they started, because I don't really think it's fair to say if they have come on as a sub. If they came on like 90th minute, that don't really think that counts as a game. So anyway, but he played 34 games, scored 16 goals and 4 assists, which was really good, especially for a left winger. And I gave him an upgrade to an 81 overall from, I think he was a 76 and then an 81, so I think he deserves that upgrade to an 84, maybe an 83, depending on how generous they're feeling. Next, we're going to have Juan Tolivo. He has played 31 games, scored 4 goals and 2 assists, and I think he's a really world-class centre mid, and I definitely think he deserves that 85 rating, maybe even an 86, but no, I think 85 is the right rating for him, and I think he's had a pretty good season, not amazing, but I think he's a world-class centre mid or holding midfielder, and definitely deserves that 85 rating. And next, we're going to have Honda, who's basically been confirmed to transfer. I couldn't actually find any stats for his season, unfortunately, but I did put him up to an 82 from an 81, because I think he deserves it, because he has been really good this season, and definitely think he deserves an 82 or an 83 upgrade. Next, we're going to have Nocerino, who last season was really good, and he kind of set his standards high, and unfortunately he didn't match his standards this season, which is a shame. He has played 20 games, scored 2 goals and 1 assist, which isn't too bad, to be honest, but he's always out of position for a defensive midfielder, and I don't think this season's been a very good season for him. I'm hoping he'll perform better next season, so I did give him a -1 downgrade. Next, we're going to have Boateng. I gave him a -1 downgrade because he has played 25 games, scored 2 goals, 4 assists, which isn't too bad, to be honest, but he's slightly inconsistent in my opinion, because in some games he's really good, other games he's not as good, to be honest, and I did give him that down, because I don't really think he deserves an 85 rating. Next, we're going to have Balotelli, who's I wouldn't say recently transferred, I think it was in January, but he's played 12 games, scored 12 goals and 0 assists, and I think 12 goals in 12 games kind of reflects on how he plays, because I think he's a really great striker. Although for Man City he wasn't that good, I think he only scored one goal in like 13 games or something, For AC Milan has been really good so far, and I definitely think he deserves that upgrade, maybe even to an 86 rated card. And next on the bench you're going to have Robinho, who I do really like as a player. He's played 11 games, scored 2 goals and 5 assists, which is actually alright. But I did give him a downgrade because I don't really think he's performed that well this season, and unfortunately he's been on the bench. And there was a lot of people were saying he was going to move to Santos, but he's signed a new contract to 2016 at Milan, I think. So that'll be quite good. And I'd like to see him in the main team more next year. I would like to see Honda to not move, or for Boateng to go away, and them to put Robinho in the team, because I would like to see Robinho in the main team. Next, gonna have Pazzini, who's played 15 games, scored 15 goals and 3 assists. So I did give him an upgrade to an 83, because 15 goals in 15 games, that's better than Balotelli. So well, technically he should be higher, but I don't really think he's played as good as Balotelli. But he does look like an alright card with 88 heading, which is really good. Next, gonna have Destiglio. He has played 25 games, scored 0 goals and 2 assists, and he's been really great this season. He's really fast, so I did give him an upgrade to an 87. Apparently, I heard of someone, not sure if this is true, but in training he was racing Abate, and apparently he won. But I'm not sure if that's actually true, because I think Abate is one of the fastest players in the world. But I did give him an upgrade to an 79. I think he was a 70 before, and then a 70, and then a 74, and then had an inform, and I put him up to a 79 because I think he deserves that. And next we're going to have Yepes, who I think he was considering retiring. I'm not sure if he has yet, but I think he's 36, but he has played 13 games, scored 0 goals and 0 assists. You can't really judge a centre back on the stats, as I've already said in previous videos, but I did keep his card the same because I don't really think, although he is used to be a class defender, now he's getting a bit old, so they might even give him a downgrade to 76 because he is getting old, although he did play pretty well this season. Next, can I have Ericsson, who's meant to be maybe moving to Liverpool, but apparently AC Milan are kind of in the battle to try and get him. So I did put him on the bench. I couldn't get any stats for how he's been this season. I think in the Europa League, though, he scored I think it was 9 goals in 12 games, something ridiculous like that, which is really good, especially for a centre attacking mid. So definitely think he deserves 82 or an 83 rated card. Next, gonna have Niang, who I thought he plays striker, but apparently he plays right wing mainly. I put him up to 77 overall from a 72 because I definitely think he deserves it. And he's played 9 games. He scored 0 goals but 1 assist, which doesn't really reflect upon how he plays because he does play really well. I think he's 18 or 19. He's really young, and I think he's going to be one of the best attackers in the future. And so I did put him up to 77 shiny. He might even go up to 79 or 78, maybe non-shiny or non-rare, depending on how generous EA are being. Next, gonna have De Jong, who has played 10 games, scored 1 goal and 0 assists. But at the start of the season, he played much better, and he didn't really play as much in the second part of the season. But I did give him a downgrade, but I made his card shiny because I think he deserves a shiny card. Next, gonna have Odo Amadi, who has gone. He went on loan from, I think it was Genoa or somewhere, I can't remember. But he has played 8 games, scored. He's played 8 games, scored 2 goals and 0 assists. I think, I'm not exactly sure, but that's pretty good. I think I was actually in the cup, not in the actual league, not in the actual Serie B. But I definitely think he's a really great striker or right winger, and I definitely think he deserves that 74 rated card. And he is really fast. He might even go up to a gold, maybe non-rare, but I think I'd like to see him as a silver because silvers are more valuable. Next, we're gonna have Montari. He has played 11 games, scored 1 goal and 0 assists. So I think he's been pretty average this season. Don't really think he deserves an upgrade or a downgrade. So I kept his card exactly the same. Next, on the complete contrary, there is Flamini. He's played really well this season. I think he's played quite a lot instead of Notarino. He's played 15 games, scored 4 goals and 1 assist. And I upgraded him to an 81 card because I definitely think he deserves that. And he does look like a pretty decent card. But I think on Footwiz they changed his face or something, his picture. I'm not exactly sure. Next, gonna have Antonini, who's been pretty average this season. He's only played 5 games, so 0 goals, 0 assists, so I just kept his card the same. And finally, Banera, who's only played 13 games, 0 goals and 0 assists, had a pretty average season, so I kept his card the same. Thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll probably do Tottenham next or another team. Put in the comments below, but I'll see you next time.